Are you facing a daunting day today? Well, what are you bringing into the studio? Because we create the movie, the illusion of the day. So, what are you bringing to the studio? Well, let's try out a couple of different camera lenses, shall we? You know, what you perceive as daunting might be the very best thing for you. Like, for example, I'm out here, I'm going to turn the camera and see I'm watering. Now, I don't have any automated system. I have this one little hose stand and I have this big ass yard with beds out there and a lot to water. And it's going to be in the 90s again today and no rain is expected. So, some folks, that are my age, so to speak, which these are the folks that don't realize that age is, again, just a perspective, just an illusion. And they'd look at all, like I cut all of that down a couple of days ago. I cleared this all out. But now the greenhouse, everything's dying back, so guess what I need to do? When I get off this video, as I move the sprinkler around, which will take me 3 hours to get everything thoroughly watered, because if I want to continue to have a harvest, I have to do the work, right? But there are those, and then while I'm watering, I'm going to be cutting stuff down. I'm going to be clearing. I'm going to be preparing to put more seed in the ground so that the end of October, November, I'm still going to be getting something nutritious to put in our bodies, right? So here's the perspective change. Now see, I love it. I don't feel like I'm working at all. In fact, I feel like this is exactly what my creator ordered up from me, because I shared yesterday that I was out of whack, man. So instead, today, I'm in my toe shoes. Yep, see? And why am I wearing toe shoes? Because the shoes that they have us put on our feet have my toes going like this. And I'm not just gonna settle for that. No, I'm standing up. I know I'm healed. And I'm using methods, moving meditation, HIIT routines, lifting weights, wearing toe socks to retrain. You see, we've been programmed. So you come out of the programs and you expect that you're just gonna know how to walk? No! You have to resurrect inquisition. You have to do your homework. You have to do the research. And you have to change the things that God is telling you to change. And when to do it. How to do it. This is the new way of being. So here's the other perspective to the daunting day. Maybe somebody in my age group will look at all that I just shared I'm going to be doing today, all that I do on the regular to keep my body, mind, and soul fit. And I knew yesterday that this is exactly what I needed to do. And so no rain came. I get the fire put under my butt that says, you better get out there. You want to have good vegetables. You want to continue to have fruit, right? It's an opportunity. Instead of a daunting task, it's thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to move. Because the opposite perspective of people in my age group, if you're over 60 and you're still sitting, maybe you sit all day in your job. And then you come home and you sit in the recliner. Oh, Roger and I were talking about that this morning. And we have this habit that we now recognize as a detrimental habit. It messes with our sleep. We eat a little bit too late in the day. It may only be my first meal. But if I'm eating it at 8 o'clock at night and then falling asleep on the recliner at 9, no. And I wonder why I'm out of whack, right? So that's what'll happen. You'll have these habits pointed out. But going back to the other perspective, there are those that would look at all that I just shared and say, hell no, I'm not doing that. I would hire a gardener to come and do that. And I will stay in my recliner and I'll sit in front of the boob tube and I'll eat crap food and then I'll whine and I'll complain about how I just feel so decrepit. And they don't recognize that they set the scene. They walked into the studio and they made the decision. And then they would claim, well, nobody told me. Well, I'm telling you right now, all of my brothers and sisters that are over 60, if you want to continue to move, you'd better get off the chair now and move. In order to keep moving, you need to move every single day. If you are not up to capacity yet, start with 5 minutes and work your way up. But they've told you you were weak. They've told you you needed a handful of pills. They told you to stay out of the sun. They told you to eat their better than Wonder Bread sliced garbage. And you chose to do it. I chose to do it. Now I am almost 20 years in to reversing that. Choosing to walk away from those programs. Choosing better health. Choosing to bite the bullet and recognize that I might pay double for something that's good for me because, see, they make everything that's poison so convenient and so cheap, right? You know, going back to the garden scenario, you know, if I hire somebody in, then I miss the opportunity to have my feet, yes, these toe socks are actually conductors. I've got the threads going through all the bottom of them. I did my homework, you see, so I'm doing multiple things out here this morning. I am clearing my chakras, my meridians. I am connecting with planet Earth, Mother, who provides everything we need to live a healthy life. I'm progressing in my garden. I'm watering. I'm taking care of the planet. I'm creating better soil. I need to move my the water. And I'm making progress on projects out here. And all of that, not only all the good that I just talked about, but what it does is it keeps me healthy. It helps. Right before your eyes, I'm showing you how that you can gain more life, more longevity. But you have to choose to change the channel, to step out of the old studio, the old way of doing it, the old way of viewing daunting tasks. Oh my God, I don't like being out in the sun. The sun is not good for you. It's BS. So maybe in order to get off the chair, first you need to pick up some reading material and start learning a little bit about energy. Maybe you want to read about Tesla, or you want to dip into the quantum science of it, or the spirituality part of it, or the mystic, or the numerology. Or maybe you're an auditory learner and you're ready to go take a walk. Then maybe pull up, if you're still in the religious community, you probably really enjoy Lori Ladd right now. She is on fire for Jesus. If you're more scientific, maybe you want a teacher to help you through the aspects of your physiological part. Maybe you want to know what are the facts. Then I'd go to Michael Del Rocco, something like that. He does a podcast called Our Everyday Lives, and he's excellent. Find your flavor. Maybe that's where you need to start. Maybe you're going to put something on your headphones and walk. Now, I'm not an advocate really of the headphones, but any step forward is a step forward, humanity. And my God, if you're my age, I'm 65. We've just begun, folks. We're heading into the golden age, and we're gonna just go out on our recliners. Come on, man. We have so much wisdom to offer to the younger. And we have so much life. I mean, imagine a world where we're actually able to sustainably live doing what we love. That's where we're headed. So take hope and courage. Get out of the freaking recliner and start moving again. Start recognizing that there is lots of life left, and we can youth together. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. I need to stay focused. I've got a lot to do out here, and then I've got a lot to do inside too. This is life. This is living. So, what studio are you going to be in today? How are you going to direct the film, the illusion that we find ourselves living in the 3D? And while you're in the 3D, here's another lens that you can put on. You can bring in so much light, that you don't even remember you're on a dualistic dimensional plane. You can be in 5D. You could be feeling so good and vibing with the earth and with others that have awakened a little further. And then if you have to, you can step back into the 3D. Think I'm crazy? Well, we always demonize what we don't understand yet. So get yourself some understanding, resurrect Inquisition, and have yourself a tremendous Tuesday full of great health, vibrant energy, and peace. Till next time.